Art means positivity, sympathy, pushing people outside of their comfort zones. It opens your eyes. It's culture. It's what civilizes us all, if we can only access it. Some people's attitude to the art is that it's an elitist thing. Every day I get up and I want to break down those barriers and dispel those type of attitudes. The idea came from just working in the sector for quite a number of years, and what you found was people had lost that spark because lack of funds and investment into the creative sector was having a real negative impact here in the north. So having travelled around several of the festivals throughout the island, you noticed and you overheard conversations between artists and other creatives about, oh, it'd be great if we must get together, we must do some work together, I really admire your work. But these were like passing conversations. Not many of them came to fruition. It just sparked something in my head. Wouldn't it be great if you could create something or get support? We were lucky that we had a venue. All we needed then was the revenue to be able to shut it down and create a series of residential weekends where you could actually help these young creatives to come together. They weren't losing out on their livelihood. So that was the basis for the idea. It then started to evolve in what would the results look like? What could be achieved? It just kind of organically grew. There was no real strategy to it at the beginning. We started with maybe half a dozen people, inviting them to come on, and then they recommended people, and it's just grown now. And I think we've worked with over 30 young creative people, which is amazing. You know, we've been told that we're constantly reminded that we're divided, we're different, you know, there's barriers to it. Well, we're going to prove that wrong.
Here we go. This is the take. I swear to God.
Why would you say that?
Marching round the ladies, marching round the shore, marching round the ladies as you've done before. In and out of windows, in and out the door, in and out of windows as you've done before. Stand and face your lover, stand and face the shore, stand and face your lover as you've done before. Whisper in the garden, whisper on the road, whisper in the garden where the elderberry grows. Write to him in Paris, write to him in France, write to him in Paris where the ladies learn to dance. Follow him up to Glasgow, follow him up the shore, follow him up to Glasgow where they drink till 3 or 4. Chase him back to Belfast, chase him out the door, chase him back to Belfast as you've done before. In and out of windows, in and out the door, in and out of windows as you've done before. Marching up the Shankill, marching up the falls. It doesn't matter where you're from, the Tories fuck us all. Bring me wine and porter, send me off to bed. Bring me wine and porter for the noise inside me head. Stand and face your lover, stand and face the shore, stand and face your lover as you've done before. Whisper in the garden, whisper on the road, whisper in the garden where the elderberry grows. The thing I love most about the Duncairn Creative Collective is it's just the mingling with amazing heads from all around the country, north and south, and making those connections with people is just such an important part of the musical ecosystem.
There's very few places that give you that opportunity. Like, most opportunities are quite localised, so you're meeting people in Belfast or maybe just the north, which is cool too, but it's really nice meeting people from like Cork or Kerry or from the south of Ireland. Like, it's really, really nice.
The fact that I'm working with people from across Ireland and, you know, they've all different styles of music, it's really interesting and sort of brilliant how we're able to come together and make something, you know, despite the fact that nobody actually knew each other before this weekend.
Just nice to build community in that way, especially across, like, it's a kind of a place where, like, I wouldn't have the opportunity to meet these kind of people just if I was on my own in Dublin, but it's sort of a nexus of networking in a way, like, so, like, yeah, like, it's just a lovely place to put different people together from different places and different cultures, different backgrounds, different styles of music, and then see what happens.
There's a goblin living under the stairs. Everybody sells her, my sister. I gotta save her from this goblin curse. Gotta get the goblin to kiss her. She used to be so kind. She was one of my kind. But she left it all behind for the goblin lifestyle. There is a goblin imaging through the fridge, but she's only window shopping.
Okay, it's nice.
We don't know how to get through this.
What are we gonna do?
The best thing about being a mentor is I get to see a little bit what everyone's doing and jump in and try and give my 2 cents and help out a little bit. Getting to make the groups, like at the start of the week, you know, we sit down with a list of all the people who are participating and we decide, oh, they'll be great with them and they'll be great with them, and it's like creating little super bands, little super groups. And then, you know, so on Saturday morning we had groups, everyone in groups of 3s. And every group, I was like, that I would go see them live. Like, that's an amazing band.
Being a mentor is bizarre. It's fun, but like, you know, it's strange to be going up to your peers and being like, how we doing, kids? But it's been really like inspiring. It's really cool to get to go around to different groups and hear how people are coming along and like learning about other people's processes and getting to like contribute advice and stuff. So yeah, it's a little daunting, but it's getting me out of my comfort zone. It's nice to be in a different, on the other side of it, I suppose. Yeah, it's been cool. It's been nice.
I did my first creative collective last year, and then they asked me to come back, which is nice, and I was like, yes, I will do that. So it's kind of equal parts terrifying and enjoyable, because for me, I'm often writing by myself and just trying to like every decision's down to me. So it's like slightly out of my comfort zone to come and meet other people and let them input into that, but often, yeah, it's a real confidence booster that you can kind of create something out of nothing in the short space of time.
We got on really well. We started on Friday, we had written the song on Saturday morning and everything was finished. So then we had lots of time to arrange it, and now we're actually going to record that song next week.
Being back as a mentor, it was a bit strange at first because I would consider myself very much like a peer and I'm very much a kind of like I'm learning so much from everyone else, as much as I don't know if I'm imparting much, but I'm certainly learning more than I'm imparting.
Feather in your pillow, or just a scale on your armadillo.
Just to be told there's no pressure and like to be told to kind of sit there and come up with stuff or don't come up with stuff, chat, you know, like just think about music and stuff. It's just a great idea, and it's important, I think, you know, for especially for artists to create their own work. It's important to just be around other artists, you know.
The entire weekend is beautiful chaos. It's a lot of just ideas and a mixture of personalities coming together to make a lot of very different and interesting pieces of work.
Everyone's getting along and you see that it's working. It's like, I find that really exciting. It's like a little fantasy football league, but with music, you know.
Forever.
I'm Johnny Workman looking for some work. What can you do? Better than you. Show us.
We're all coming towards the same thing, but we're coming at it from different directions. So some people maybe have a more like intuitive, or you know, certainly with some of the traditional players, like just like a very oral kind of approach to music.
Like songwriting is something that is kind of like a hard thing to start or like think about starting. So like definitely here, like we did, we wrote a song the first week, and Georgie and I were together as well, and we took like inspiration from a painting here, like in the Duncairn, and it was so good. I really enjoyed it.
I think it was a good way, because I don't know about you, but I've never had any experience with writing songs, so to have something like that where everyone can base their ideas off of, there's less conflict, I think, and you're able to come up with ideas easier, and you think of a theme easier, and yeah, no, it was really positive experience.
Seems a distant memory, scattered tables and chairs, nothing much to think about, comb brush through my hair, not a care in the world that I carry around with me, running around.
Yeah, if I spoke to people the way I speak to myself when I'm writing, you know, it wouldn't really be very good, like, you know. The way I write stuff is very much no, until it's like yes, you know, like that's not good, that's not good, that's not good, even if it is, you know, that's just the way I do it, like, so it's kind of nice to be a bit more forgiving, I suppose, when you're writing with other people. And
I'm Johnny Workman looking for some work.
I love this venue as well, and I know a lot of the people here because they've been coming here as long as I've been coming here. So they're my friends at this stage, you know, and it's good to see them, and it's good to hear what they're doing, and also sometimes you get thrown in a group with them and you make something with them, you know, and it's definitely worth the drive.
So well curated that like everyone here, as well as being really talented, is just really nice, and that like helps a lot for it just helps for relationships to build and for community to grow over time. And I'm sure like a lot of the relationships that start here will blossom and flourish into things in the future, maybe outside of this environment as well, which is exciting to think about too.
Us sort of taking over the project almost independently of the Duncairn and moving it into other spaces as well, and just growing it, expanding it, and making it more about the Belfast music scene being an open place for people that people think of when they think about, you know, music in Ireland. It's a place where people can come, record, meet people, and make connections.
believe in young people, give good people a chance, and they won't let you down. They really won't. And if you can create a narrative and you stay positive and you surround yourself with the right type of people, you can create magical things.
Hopped a train early morning, kept just one place in mind, where the coffee is plenty and the mountains tall and fine. Kept some cash in my pocket, kept the 6-string on my back. Let my worries roll on by me, let them roll on with the track. Could it be any sweeter company's not half bad? Wouldn't trade it for St. Peter, for good music and good friends. I sure am glad. Spent 3 days up in heaven, now I'm coming back to earth. What I'd give to stay here singing, suppose the limit gives it worth. Out of cash from my poor pocket, and I need to change my strings, but for neither love nor money would I ever change one thing. Could it be any sweeter company's not half bad? Wouldn't trade it for St. Peter, for good music and good friends. I sure am glad. For good music and good friends, I sure am glad. For good music and good friends, I sure am glad.